Right, so it's Monday, it's a new week. Didn't take a trade today just because I wasn't at my desk when it played out. Wasn't massively ideal what I was looking at on the charts, like for my mindset at the time, the work I was doing at work as well. It was just like it just didn't align today, so it's no problem. Not going to force it. Looking at the daily chart on what we're on here, the S&P. So we've now come up into this gap. We swept something on a lower time frame, or at least on the hourly. I think. Oh, if I can click there, that would be nice. So yeah, the main draw that I've marked out is this order block up here. You can't really see it on the hourly. Yeah, so on the 4 hour, so basically this is a 1 hour order block here. I'm anticipating that we do eventually come up here and then take this high, fill this imbalance or this previous fair value gap. As you can see here, price is moving pretty much in a bullish, what's it called? A bullish model at the moment. So, start of the week, we've had a pullback. Monday, think of that as like the wick. Tuesday, the low of the candle, and then maybe we'll see push up further in a week, depending on what the news we have is. Now, there wasn't any major news. There was a federal election for Canada, which is going on all day. So like, yeah, it's one of them. It's nothing too major, like affecting the US markets, I don't believe. And yeah, so looking at the actual daily profile so far, we're just finishing up on the AM session, coming into the lunch hour now. Actually, what's the time? Yeah, so lunch hour is just about to finish in New York time. You can see here this line, this dash line here is the opening price. We've traded up pretty much throughout the whole day, and then this candle here before a push down to take this liquidity and fill in all of this business down here. On the S&P, it's not as clear as the Nasdaq is, and I'll get into that in a minute. But just looking at this, we got this liquidity 1, 2, 3 lows there, and then we got a fair value gap there. So if you were to actually get in here, you could take this here, short, bang, target that and that, and that's a move there. One of the reasons I didn't take the move today, the main reason is just I missed it pretty much, and I kind of thought it was going to go up at one point, like around this point here. Like I'll go on the lower time frame so you can see it a bit clearer what I was thinking. So from 8:30 we've traded up, and then we had this push, and then we swept some liquidity here, where that was. Oh goodness, come on mate. So yeah, this high here, we swept this basically, this high, before continuing this push up to target previous highs again, I believe. If it lets me zoom out, my god, it's fucking slow today. Yes, if we look at where this lines up and then come across the left, so you can see we took out like all of these highs here, came into this imbalance and probably touched, so we've got previous order block there. So if that was dragged all the way across, that would be a pretty obvious point of reversal. But yeah, so looking at this is a bit choppy, on the 5 minute, same again. It's a bit like lots of wicks going on. You have to get like down into the lower time frame to really see. I was looking at this and I was thinking maybe we could go short, but that's not enough to displace it for me. This low wasn't taken fully by the candles. I would be expecting a move, more like this to occur around here if I was to take that trade short, and then combine that with my higher time frame bullish target up here I still feel like this is the draw on liquidity. So that's why I didn't get in around 9:30ish, just because I wasn't sure. Pretty simple, really. We did see price do its thing, fill this imbalance, come back down, and then bump all the way up to sweep liquidity before reversing around 10 to 10. At that point, so I think on the what we got, yeah, so you can see here this is way cleaner in terms of the actual setup. There's a lot of accumulation here going on, and yeah, you can see we trade below the New York opening price, I guess, New York AM opening price, and then we come back into this imbalance here, wake up into that. Now if you were going to take a short position, you could take a short either here off this order block, or you could aim for a bit higher and go for this imbalance here in the 3 minute. I think on the 5 minute probably looks a bit cleaner. Yeah, so on the 5 minute that looks a lot cleaner, doesn't it? Like right in between this little gap, tiny little inverse fair value gap there, and that would be a nice little entry. And for targets, what would you look at? Go on a 15 minute, get a bit more of a clear picture. Yeah, like I said, you could go for these lows here, and then this fair value gap for nice 2.4 there, or if you're really feeling it, you could go for this around here for a 3 to 1, and also below midnight open as well, taking it into the daily power of 3. So we've come up and then come down below opening price. But yeah, it's one of them. Not stressed about that. It's first day of the week, so it's fine. And yeah, so looking at NASDAQ, you can see this was a bit cleaner, to be honest. I'd marked this out already, and I didn't mark out the higher order block just because we are pretty much already there here. So you could use that as an SMT and as a suggestion that we're going to go lower as price is already there on the NASDAQ, whereas on S&P, you know, we still got this up here. So that's kind of a hint that we could be a bit more bearish today. And yeah, so on the 5 minute, we get a nice inverse fair value gap form. This was the same here again. We come down, trade up. So I was looking ideally for a nice little retracement to go bullish and then just push up. But the price just kept going up, and it was just way past my entry. So that idea went out the window pretty much. As you can see, come back down through it, tap it, and then this fair value gap down here gets tapped a couple times. So that's causing the pushes back and forth. And then once everyone's been filled, where's the next place to go? Well, we've swept up here. We've come here twice, but not fully. What's a good place to move? Well, let's come down here. And then what targets are there for liquidity? All of this around here, mate, underneath this fair value gap, all of this. And then, you know, we'll probably end up taking these equal lows here, possibly, depending on how price wants to go. Looking at the hourly, I mean, yeah, we've got this down here. So yeah, we'll probably come down, fill this in before continuing up in line with the other chart, you know what I mean, to come take that 4 hour breaker block, order block. You know what I mean. I'm absolutely fried. My first day back at work in like a week, so yeah, my head's a bit cooked. But yeah, I'm thinking we'll come back down, take something like this on the NASDAQ before heading back up here later in the week. We just have to see how we go. And yeah, it's all right. Nothing too major today. Not even too stressed if I don't take any trades for the rest of the month. I mean, still green for the month. And yeah, you know, it's about profitability, not being greedy, really. Obviously, if I wasn't working, I could sit and read the whole session every day if I needed to. But, you know, I've got to balance this with my job. So it's like, I'm not looking at it all the time, which is just honesty. Also, whilst I'm talking, I realized that once again on yesterday's video that it fucking froze, the screen froze as I went through like all of my crypto overlook and gold and everything, so which is not ideal because it was like 7 minutes of just frozen screen. So it is what it is. Sorry about that. Yeah, just need to check the videos before I upload them, really, don't I? But yeah, going into the rest of the week, I mean, I've already done a news run. We can have a look here, I guess. If it loads up quick. Yeah, so you can see we've got the federal election there. Tomorrow, job openings at 3 p.m. and non-farm employment change. So we got a bit on Wednesday. So I'm thinking this is where we'll see, you know, the push up. Wednesday could be quite a volatile day. Unemployment, USD. I mean, it's forecast to go up, but we have to see how that runs. And then Friday, non-farm employment change. Yeah, so it's one of those. We'll just keep an eye out for the rest of the week. If any nice clear setups do pull up, then I'll take them. But unless I see something absolutely crystal clear, no need to trade for the rest of the month. Leave it green, see how we go. And with that, I'll be back tomorrow.